Mic check. Hang on, I'm just putting some stuff away here. Yo, Mike! What up, Beetle gang? Mic check. Mic check. Good evening. Oh, stop. Okay, let me, It's time. It's time to show some face so I can look you in the eye. Ready? Changing it. Stoffel Waffle! Thank you for the subscription. They've subscribed for 6 months. Jump scare. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, dude, shout out Bottling Sunshine. Celebrity in the chat. What's happening, guys? Bottling Sunshine, I saw your most recent, or I don't know if it was a recent drawing, but it was Vosh posted to. Yeah, I'm wearing a robe. Do you think my T-pose fit? We're chilling today. We're chilling. All right. I saw your most recent drawing of Vosh's cats that he reposted on his. That's a big shout out. On his Instagram, I saw that one. Very big. Guys, if you're not following Bottling Sunshine on Twitch, you are missing out on some very fresh art. They're a better artist than I am. So if you want actual advice and you want to actually watch like a really good artist at work, they are the person to follow. All right. Yeah, and you should check it out. I think he tagged you on there. How you guys doing? How are you? We're having a chill spa day today. All right. We're gonna do some. I had an idea. Well, sort of. I mean, there's another artist that I follow that I really like on Instagram who goes by Veednet, Veednet, and they draw really. I've never talked to them but we've DM'd a bunch and I follow them and they're just a really cool artist. They just draw really funny, cute, little silly like animals and creatures and stuff, and they're usually saying funny things, like cool little anthropomorphic animals, and they put a little thing on their Instagram story asking like, oh, what should I draw today? And I was like, I don't know why the first thing that popped in my head, I don't know if my brain was just thinking in alphabetical order, but I was like, oh, you should draw an anteater. And I was like, oh, I want to draw an anteater. It's a funny looking animal. So I'm thinking that's what we'll draw today. I just got to think in like what capacity. Like there should be something silly that they're doing, but it's just a funny looking animal to begin with. So I'm sure there's a bunch of situations we could draw them in. So start brainstorming. What's a funny situation we could put an anteater in? Anyway, Stoffa Waffles. School starting is chaotic, but I'm vibing. Oh, congrats to everybody who's going back to school. You're about to learn more. You're about to become better humans. I've been drawing a lot this week. What's something funny we can do with an anteater? I mean, what else is new? I've been drawing a lot. Checking. Game Boy. Oh, main Game Boy. What's happening? Anteater rap battle. That's kind of funny. And then also, this is kind of cool. This really cool person that I follow. We follow each other she's followed me for a while. On Twitter, Missy Martinez is interviewing me for Hustler magazine. I think I'm going to be featured in an article in Hustler mag. I don't really know how I'm going to fit into like the ethos of like Hustler mag, but she sent me over like a bunch of really good interview questions, and I was like, damn. So I just like sat and wrote like a bunch of like stuff. It's been a while since I've been interviewed, so sometimes I feel like I'm a little too like wordy when I'm like answering questions, but she asked me some funny ones, so I wrote everything out, but I also had to pick. That's the thing. Oh, this was the part that I froze on, is that she specifically wanted me to send her 3 or 4 of my favorite like sex or romance related comics, like something where the punchline is like sex or romance related. And I narrowed it down. Like I was scrolling through my comics because at first I'm like, do I even do sex related ones? But then I was scrolling through and I'm like, I do have a handful of them, and now I'm at a point where I've narrowed it down to like I was like, oh man, these like 6 or 7 are all kind of funny, and I don't know which ones to put it in. Maybe an anteater doing taxes, an interviewer asking an anteater why it eats ants. Those are both good. Anteater doing taxes. Are you doing a Jewish Hooters photo spread? No, unfortunately. Actually, that's funny because she did ask me to also send a picture of myself that I would like featured, and I was gonna send something that was somewhat like, you know, normal, but maybe the Jewish Hooters is the one. But it's just that I'm taking a selfie. I don't want her to be like, oh, can you send a picture for the magazine? And I send a selfie. That's like lame. You know what I mean? You need a picture that you need proof that somebody else wants to photograph you. You know what I mean? Selfies just, they don't count as actual pictures of yourself. Daily Beetle fact from Natty the Panda. Wouldn't be a stream without one. You know what? I actually needed you, Natty the Panda, because somebody put me on the spot on a comic that I posted. I forget which one, but they just asked me what my favorite bug was. And I was like, ooh, I really wish Natty the Panda was here to help me give like a really good specific bug answer. But I did pick my, well, I'll look it up after we look up yours. I don't want to steal the spotlight from you. But I said a rhino beetle, which I think is my favorite. And also I had to pick a beetle because I knew that if I picked something that wasn't a beetle, because I almost said stick bug, because I like a lot of stick bugs are really wacky. You know what I mean? Oh, and now that I'm thinking about it, I really like praying mantis too. But stick bugs come in so many crazy, wacky shapes that I was like, I think that's my favorite bug. But then I was like, no, it has to be a beetle. And if it's a beetle, it's going to be the rhino beetle. But if I had had Natty the Panda there, that might have been different. I might have had a more interesting... Yeah, stag beetles are really, really freaking sweet too. All right, Daily Beetle fact from Natty the Panda. This time, one of my favorite beetles. And in fact, if you want to make a D&D character based on a beetle, this is undoubtedly the Tank. Diabolical Ironclad Beetle. Is it really called that? Look at that freaking... I'm not even going to attempt... Okay, you know what? I will attempt this Latin name. Zophorus nodulosus. What is that last one? Haldemani. What the hell? You can run it over with a goddamn SUV and it will just shrug it off. That's due to how its exoskeleton and elytra are structured. They fit together like a puzzle piece and are extremely strong. In fact, you cannot pin this beetle without having to drill a hole through it. What? Okay, alright. You got me. I'm looking it up. Oh my god, do you guys know this album, Center of Attention by I&I? It's like a hip-hop group. Never released. I think it's only available to listen to on YouTube, but I was listening to it today and I was like, holy crap. Alright, this one is called a Diabolical Ironclad Beetle. That is an insane name. How the hell are they going to name it that? You know what's interesting is that it looks kind of... I mean, I was going to say it kind of looks like innocuous, but that's not really true. I think if I saw this bug, I would be like, oh yeah, that looks like you could shoot it and it would just walk away. Like, no problem at all. Oh my god. What's a good one to pick here? Dude, that is a pretty scary looking bug, honestly. Let me get out of here. Look for the Texas ironclad beetle. Is that different? That is insane that this is the bug that you can run over with your SUV and it makes no difference at all. Texas ironclad beetle. Oh, here we go. Zophorus. This is it. Nodulosus. What are we looking at here? You guys ever use Bing? Oh my god, what the hell? Oh yeah, no. If I saw that, I would be like, what the hell am I looking at, man? It's kind of little, actually, but... looking like a damn almond joy. What is this thing? Who just goes and runs over bugs with SUVs for science? Ash Winterberry? I'm sorry to say they do way wackier shit than that for science, just for the hell of it. But yeah, that is pretty crazy, man. That is insane. Yo, where are these Beatles coming from? I'm watching you and Voosh at the same time. Is he streaming too? Oh man, I'm losing half my audience. He literally just like threw me like 200 subscribers or followers on Twitch yesterday. I had no idea he's live right now. They're not even gonna be here. That's all right though. All right, let's see. Thank you for the suggestion, Natty the Panda. This is freaking. I fucking murder this thing. I don't think you could. Apparently, you can run it over with your. I don't think you can run it over. Have you heard of the time someone tried to blowtorch a beetle and ended up burning their house down? That serves them right. That serves them right. Hey, can you believe this comment that I got? People got really upset at. I really should get the freaking blue check on Twitter because it is so easy to engagement post. You know what I mean? It's so easy to just be like, what's anything random? Yeah, what's up with the Beatles? Like the band. Do people really like the Beatles? That band stinks, dude. 50,000 quote tweets, and then I look at my Twitter account, or my Twitter payout, and I'm like, oh, cool, I made $20 for posting horrendous shit this month. I'm really happy with what I've earned. I actually do have some creator mutuals that do have the blue check mark that they paid for it, and I checked and I was like talking to them and I'm like, do you make money off that? And they either made very little money or no money, and I was like, all right, I'm not doing this. Anyway, have you seen an Anteater's intimidation stance? Yeah, I'll do it for you. They go like this, right? Wait, you're like this, right? Isn't that it? An Anteater intimidation? That ain't intimidating. T-pose Beetle guys, if you want to add me as like your VR chat, and let me adjust my robe real quick. I don't even see anything you don't want to see. All right, if you guys want to add me as your VR chat character, I'm gonna try to give you a. Hang on, I got some stuff for you. Just doing a home workout. All right, guys, this is so you can make a VR chat character of me. All right, screenshot now. Okay, here's a side view. Let me fix my posture. Okay, here's the back. All right, here's the side view. You screenshotting this? And then I'll make a few up close faces. And then I'll make a few up close faces also so you can. This is me surprised. And this is me angry. Beatles neckline be crazy lately? Oh god, I've never actually played VR chat, but it does seem really fun. I've used an Oculus before, like an actual VR thing, and I could only do it for like 20 minutes before I wanted to like barf. Has anybody else used that shit? Stop it, you're scaring me. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I don't want to. Yeah, I get motion sickness. Yeah, we were playing this one game. I know the first thing everybody does is Beat Saber, right? That's like freaking Oculus 101. And then there's another game where you walk the plank. You ever done that? And you're up like 1,000,000 stories up, and you have to like cross the plank, and everyone's like, I can't do it. I did it no problem. I'm like, dude, it's not real. Walk back with no problem. I was like, dude, you guys are a bunch of babies. And then the other one, oh yeah, the one that made me motion sick is then they have a roller coaster one. And when I was wearing that, and then it's just like, woo, you're going through the roller coaster, then I was like, okay, this is uncomfortable. I'm not enjoying this. But if you die in the game, you die in real life. I played the Five Nights at Freddy's game and shit myself. Dude, I never played Five Nights at Freddy's either. Where's my pen? Did I drop it? Oh, here it is. I never played Five Nights at Freddy's. I knew that people were obsessed with it, but I also, every time that I'm like, why do kids love this game? I wouldn't play that. It's for babies. And then I play it. It's an amazing game. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone was like Minecraft, and I'm like, I'm not playing Minecraft. That's for babies. And now I played Minecraft, and I was just like, this game changed it. Like, this game saved my life. And then another one with like Fortnite. Everyone was like Fortnite, and I'm like, Fortnite stinks. It's for babies. And then I played it, and I'm like, this is fun. This is a good game. I cannot do Roblox. Like that's I have to draw a line somewhere where I'm just like, no. I am too old for this. I don't even play Fortnite. I really think I'm at like the upper limit with that one. Minecraft, I think, is a perfect all age. It's like Legos, right? Like if you like Legos as a kid, you're not gonna stop liking them as an adult. It's just there's something fun about it. Minecraft is amazing. We just recorded another Minecraft episode with Vosh last night, which was amazing. This one I think was more fun because we literally just decided we're not like, this is not a podcast, you know what I mean? Like we can't talk about anything interesting when we're like gaming. So we just went like straight to a cave, like just to go on an adventure, and it was really fun. This one I would say was like, it wasn't as chill because we weren't as focused on like building and setting up and whatever. Like we went into like a cave, and it was like a high stress situation. I mean, it probably will be chill for you guys to watch, but it was not chill to actually play the game. Oh, dude, Gumshoe in the chat, dude. Where the hell you been, baby? I've been looking for you, dude. Another amazing artist in the chat. We have a melding of the minds in the chat. How you doing, bud? How you doing, buddy? Oh, that episode of the Minecraft one is coming up. Dude, I'm about to have like a nip slip. Hold up. There we go. That Minecraft episode with Vosh is coming out on... that'll be Tuesday. So, a little bit less than a week. Yeah, because we have a Patreon episode that's coming up that is Zach and I just chatting, right? Wait, or did we record something that... Oh, no. Actually, we have a Patreon episode that's coming up that's solo. It's basically like Lion King 1.5, right? If you enjoyed the first Minecraft with Vosh, we have another one that's going to come out on Tuesday. But in the meantime, if you're subscribed to the Cold Cuts Patreon, there's going to be another Minecraft episode that's just Zach and I, and we're like building our base and like shooting the shit. That one's more like mix of podcast and gaming because it's a lot more like chill while we're like relaxing. The Tuesday episode with Vosh is, you know, that one is we're like going on an actual adventure. Gumshoe says, BB, how you doing? Dude, I'm chilling. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice chill drawing thing. I know I haven't been coming in with like an idea recently on these last couple ones, but I think it's fun for us to all think creatively at the same time. So we are Bing chilling today. The proper term is wardrobe malfunctions. Are they only on Patreon or also on YouTube? That we do every Cold Cuts episode that we alternate. All right, so Tuesday an episode goes up that's totally public on YouTube, and if you just want to see more, and honestly I think some of our best content, the other episode, the second episode, goes up on Patreon on Friday. So it's 50-50. So you get 2 Cold Cuts episodes a week if you're subscribed to the Patreon, just one on YouTube regular. Okay, let's start drawing here. Oh yeah, and if you were wondering why this person said this to me, it was because I said that I don't let my dog like smell things for very long on a walk. I love my dog, guys, but you have to train your dog. You know that one friend that you have, you go over to their house and they have a dog that's like a little yappy white fluffy thing. And they're like, I promise they wouldn't hurt a fly, but like if you actually like move at them a certain way, they'll like nip at you because they've never been trained, because they're like, that's my little fur baby. That's what happens when you don't train your dog, folks. Anyway, is that a hot take? That's basically what I said on Twitter, and then I got responses like this. The cartoons make me laugh, but I wish the artist would keep his mouth shut. What? Come on, man. And you know what? He doesn't even follow me. The dude doesn't even follow me. So I was like, you don't like my comics that much. If they make you laugh, what? I'm telling you guys, the loudest boos come from the cheapest seats. Not meaning the broke bitches, meaning the people with the least investment in your work. Okay. Anyway, I just thought it was funny. Beetle, just say the word and we will all deal with this user accordingly. No. I just, here's the thing. I think I have been on a little bit of a hater kick, and I think the veil is starting to slip that I'm like this nice Bob Ross character. And people are starting to realize that I'm just swinging if, it's just, you know what it is that I really think that a lot of artists and Twitter users in general just really just roll over at the smallest amount of pushback. They're just like, I'm really sorry I said this. I don't want to blah, blah, blah. You know what? You need to normalize swinging on randoms. I thought you spoke Spanish for a minute. I do speak a little bit of Spanish. But not enough that I could have really come up with a proper retort without, consulting Google Translate. If I let my old dog Daisy, God rest her soul, sniff around as much as she wanted, I'd be standing by that one tree. It's exactly right. If I leave the house with my dog, she will immediately make a beeline to just a random spot on the ground that I know another dog just farted on and is just buried in it. Normalize telling people to die, Jesus. Dude, yeah, no, I don't. Dude, I do not apologize to people on Twitter. Everyone on Twitter deserves everything. I never feel bad for people on Twitter. Everyone's terrible. And they're the people that want you to think that they're also really nice. No, everyone deserves everything. On Twitter. In real life, you should be gracious. But on Twitter, all bets are off. And if somebody comes at me and they're trying to, tell me something that I don't want to hear, it's really hard for me to ignore it. Okay. But anyway, peace and love, guys. We're going to go Zen mode today. Okay. So let's pull up a picture of an anteater. Ain't left it's all about peace and inclusivity? No, that was a trick. In fact, we actually wanted to fucking die or something like that. I saw one. I had a stupid drama thing on Insta a couple years ago, and after that I decided to never say sorry because people are dumb. Oh, please spill the tea, dude. What happened? Well, how did you get into drama? Your stuff is it's so enjoyable and beautiful. Who's it? Oh, we got a cheer. Like strawberry. Thank you. Cheered 100 bits. Dude, bottling sunshine. What the hell happened, man? Okay, let me look up an anteater. I actually cannot picture a universe where someone would look at your art and have anything mean to say about it. I drew red stretch marks and people took them as self-harm marks. Bro. That you know what's the only thing that surprises me about that is that it was on Instagram, because I feel like that's a Twitter thing. Who the hell is saying that on Instagram? All right, let's see. Oh my God, look at these beasts. Although I will say I have had my fair share of negative comments on that anteater on a bike. Did I miss that? I did not see that. Anteater on a... Oh my God. Actually, this looks like an armadillo to me. Or a pangolin. But that does go crazy hard. Oh no. Oh! No! No! I fell for it. No! No! Who suggested I click this? AI shill. AI shill. AI shill. This does not go hard. This is like the funniest thing that this was like even recommended to me. AI shill. Who shilled this? Come forward. Was it Squarebox? And you know what? I should have freaking known it was AI because it's not a proper drawing of an anteater. It has a shell. Anteaters don't have shells. Guys, that's freaking crazy. You know, that's a little dystopian. I'm a little upset that they're just recommending shit like that. All right, let's save image as Anteater. Anteater. Okay. Save. Get rid of this. But you know what? I think I've talked about this before. I'm also not really one of these like AI doomsayers. I think it's a little bit of a phase. I mean, there's part of it that we're all gonna have to get adjusted to. Like, you know when like microwaves first were like introduced to the American public, or I guess the world? When were microwaves invented? I can picture those like old timey ads where they're like, look, you know it's the one button warming device. Is your hamster getting cold? You can put him in the microwave. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when you get like like when they first came out with microwaves, they were trying to feel out the ground floor of it a bit, and now it's like everybody has a microwave in their home. Like, you still use them, and they come in clutch. I use it every day. I'm making like, you know, my freaking rolled oats and the whatever. But it doesn't do all of the things that it was promised it was going to do when it came out. It's still a part of our regular lives, but it hasn't replaced. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of where I stand with AI. Like, I think what's annoying and sinister is how much these freaking AI douchebags are trying to push it, because it's like, bro, stop, please. It's never going to actually. It's going to replace. It is they are going to take your jobs for sure. I think some art related stuff is going to be like mitigated. Like, I feel like you know who's going to be one of the first to go? I feel like the like courtroom sketch artists, which I think are so fresh. I don't know why that's a thing. Is it just that you're not allowed to have photographs in there? But there's always a courtroom sketch. I always thought those were super fresh. Because it's like, I don't know, there's something like fun about like the fact that they're just like, you know what I mean? Bro, I spaced it. What happened? Did I just get an ad? Yeah, I like that they're able to like draw stuff in court, because it kind of is like almost like fun. It's kind of like what I would be doing if I was in court, is just like doodling. You know, I was really bored. Why he's standing though? I don't know. He kind of looks like he's ready to square up. What a funny looking animal. Anyway, some art jobs are probably going to be lost, but in general, it's like you just can't, you know, you can't just give up. You can't throw in the towel, because there's so many, like, you still need creative people. Like, everyone's going to need creative people, and the AI robots it's not going to take everything. And you know what I mean? You know what else is annoying about the AI thing, and the reason that I'm also just like skeptical of it, is because, like, why haven't robots replaced a bunch of low-level jobs that people don't want to do? Why are we all of a sudden skipping over all of these like jobs that no one should be doing? You know what I mean? These like terrible grunt jobs, and you're skipping right over that, and we're just like, hey, artists, you're out of work. Guess what, buddy? I've been out of work. Like what? This makes no difference to me. The whole thing is just a freaking joke. It's like playground banter. I don't believe any of that. Let's see. He's stanced up. We need to make sure the worst jobs are taken over by robots. Yeah, there you go. It's because AI is developed by STEM lords who are just mad they don't understand art. I mean, I guess that's it. Artists are important, man. Like, it's the same way that you wouldn't want, like, no one is jumping for musicians to be replaced, so why would anybody be jumping for visual artists to be replaced? You know what I mean? and people are not. It's in human nature to want to create. So some people will give up, but it's like, you know, tough times don't last. Tough people do. Do you know what I mean? The people that are just like, I'm never gonna be an artist. I'm gonna stop. I hate to break it to you. You never were gonna be an artist. Okay. There you go. Gumshoe might sound harsh, but I feel like if AI art existing makes you want to quit art, then why were you making it in the first place? Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, Bottling Sunshine says no one's gonna stop me from doing what I love. 100% true. You need to have a freaking backbone. A lot of these, I think we harbor a little bit too much. You know, I know that part of being an artist is sensitivity, which I am sensitive. All of us are sensitive because we're creative, right? Everybody who's watching or listening right now, I think you have you have an interest in being creative. So all of us are a little bit sensitive, okay? But you gotta stick up for yourself, man. Like, if somebody's berating you or somebody's telling you that you can't, you know, you're not gonna get a job because, dude, you gotta please believe in yourself, man. Please. Just tuning in. What's up with the Anteater? I think we're gonna draw an Anteater today, and I was thinking about what I wanted to make him drawing, and I'm still kind of like at a loss. I feel like there's a punchline with the tongue. I'm gonna practice a sketch of this one real quick. I'm gonna do this here. Can I crop that? It doesn't matter. You know what? Let me see if I can do this. Can I erase? No. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, let's do this instead. I want to try practicing. Okay, he's got a long snout. Little like eye. Little ears back here. Okay, nice long. What do you think of that? Hello. Oh, don't. No. I'm not gonna forget the commandments. Don't. You don't have to draw long. I'm literally just trying to like. I think if I draw the guy, it'll kind of help me like figure out what I'm gonna do with him. What am I gonna do with this guy? Alright, let's see. I'm missing some chat here. What happened here? I love him. I'd bring him home to meet my parents. Okay, let's go through the commandments while I'm brainstorming here. Is anybody new in the chat? I see some first-time chatters. Is this anybody's first stream? I've gotten a bit like, you know... Whoa! Wait, hang on a sec. What the fuck is going on? I need to start making some wacky, wonderful like advertisements for the stream again. You know, now I'm at a point where I'm just like, hey, I'm live. But there was a period of time when I first started that I was like putting up like, I'm going live at this time and blah blah blah. And I was doing all these drawings, but it's like I'm doing so much drawing. It's hard to like come up with a new clever idea to advertise it every single time. You know what I mean? I think the streams have still been really good, but I'm like, guys, I'm live. Come watch me. Anyway, all right. Any first time here? Oh, first time. Platypus teeth. Doctor Strange. Second. Oh, this is the wrong one. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, this is a stream where I am shooting the shit and just talking about nothing, okay? But it's also an art class. So the thing that we're going to draw today is going to be this Anteater. You know what? I'm going to keep it nice and easy, something that we're all going to feel comfortable drawing, something that I'm going to feel comfortable drawing. We're chilling today. I'm going to keep it nice and easy. There doesn't need to be complicated. I'm going to make this Anteater eating an ice cream cone with his like long, you know, tongue sticking out. Eating an ice cream cone, but it'll be like wrapped around the thing. You know what I mean? We're gonna do something wacky with it. I think that's just a nice, easy, You know what I mean? Easy, fun, silly, goofy. When you're drawing it, if you feel a little bit more comfortable, you can do something creative with it. If you've got some ideas for the Anteater, do your thing. I'm going to give you just the base version, all right? Before we get started, oh, this sounds fun. Hello, Levs Poosh. First time chatter. Before we get started, these are just the Beetle commandments. You guys who have been here before, you already know the drill. I promise one of these days I'm going to draw a new one of these, okay? I know that it doesn't look so hot. I will make a new one, but in the meantime, this is what I got, and I think it still gets the point across. Number one, don't be too hard on yourself, okay? This kind of goes hand in hand with what we've been talking about this whole time. We're doing this for fun. You're not being graded. You're not, this isn't a commission, okay? This is easy. This is fun. It's chill. So when you send your art in the Beetle Moses Discord, which if someone would like to drop that link, you can hit !Discord. Nightbot will automatically drop the Discord invite for you. It is totally free to join. You can jump right in there. We already have like 200 people in there. Thank you, Squarebox. And everybody's going to be posting their art there afterwards. And it's been kind of insane. There has been so much art going on in there on the off days as well. People are just posting their art, their drawings. Everything looks amazing. I'm scrolling through and I'm looking at your guys' work and I'm like, dude, you guys are getting better. I'm like watching some of you guys like improve in real time. It's amazing. This community has a really good mix, I think, also of people who are at like, they're very far along in their art journey. And there's also just a lot of people that are like early on, like just starting out on their artistic journey. It's a very like good mesh. So no matter where you are, where you fall on that scale, you should feel absolutely comfortable joining. It's been a super positive community. And it's good to draw. It's good to draw. It's good to use your brain. It's good to create things, all right? So that's what we're going to do tonight. And number two is go at your own pace, which is what I was going to say, is that I'm going to be drawing really slowly. I'm going to try to walk you through everything step by step. But if I don't explain something right, or you feel like you're getting lost, or anything like that, I'm watching the chat clearly. Commies are great, mate says, you look exactly how I imagined you. I hope that's good. And then, so yeah, go at your own pace. Don't be shy. If you need a little bit of extra time or you need me to explain something again, just let me know. And then number three is try new things. It's how you get better. This is really, well, for today too, you may have never drawn an Anteater before, but also on off days, if you have ideas or things that you want to make that you've never drawn before, you should absolutely sit down. If you have an idea and you're like, okay, I want to draw, it'd be really cool to draw a robot smoking a blunt, but I don't really know how to draw a robot, and if I draw a blunt, it might look like a turd, so I don't really know how to do that. You should absolutely sit down and do it, okay? You gotta, what does it say? Love your art, man. Sorry about your syphilis situation. Yeah, we're good over here. Thank you. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. If you want to draw a robot smoking a blunt and you've never drawn it before, you should sit down and you should draw it. Look up a reference photo of a robot. Look up a reference photo like of somebody smoking a blunt so you can get the position right. I'll usually look at both of those. I'll have two reference photos at once when I'm doing something like that, drawing it at the same time. Okay? And then the first time that you do it, you'll need the reference and you might feel like it came out a little bit wobbly. The second time you do it, you might still need a reference, but you're going to be like, oh, damn, that looks really good. And the third time you draw it, you won't even need a reference. I guarantee it. Okay? So, it all starts with you trying new things, okay? Because that's how you get better. Wow, I thought I was late. We're still in the commandments. Donna Brand, shout out. Where you been? How you been, dude? What's going on? No, yeah, I feel like I've been chatting for a good, we've been chatting for 40 minutes now, basically. So, I try to do that to let people sort of trickle in a bit. Okay, let's see here. Thank you, Mr. Moses. These streams have kickstarted my want to draw stuff. That's amazing. That is amazing. Okay, let me get rid of this guy. And then this Anteater, okay, we basically get the idea with the Anteater. Maybe I'll pull him back up later, but he's kind of in the way. Okay, so all you need, if you want to come along, okay, join me in my drawing, is a piece of paper. Doesn't matter the size, piece of printer paper, an index card, anything's gonna be large enough. Where are my index cards? I don't know. I just had a stack of them and they're all missing. It's concerning. Deal with that later. Get a piece of paper, get a pen. That's all you need. Alright? That's all you need. Okay. Let's get started. It's always about an hour before the drawing starts every time. Yeah, that sounds about right. I usually always have like something to talk to you guys about because it's been a week since I've talked to you last. Is it okay if I use the inside of a Domino's pizza box? Dude, that's more than okay. That's preferred. That's what I want to see. Alright, let's draw an anteater eating an ice cream cone. I'm going to draw a brief sort of pencil sketch of the... Actually, I don't even really need to draw the anatomy on something like this. This is like silly. It's like so silly, so wacky shaped. I don't even think you have to worry about it. Okay, let's start here. What's up? Donkey donk, donkey donk. Alright, I'm going to start with this. I'm going to draw a little ear, which is just... You guys know how to draw an ear. Sort of a little upside down teardrop shape. Okay? Just to, you know what, I will do a brief sketch so you guys can just see what I'm picturing in my mind, and then that way you can follow along. Okay, we've got an ear. I'm gonna make the head going something like this. Okay, another ear. All right, and then don't worry about following along. It's gonna be vague. We have one hand going here. They've got a big tail, big like bushy tail that looks like that. Like that. Hang on, let's make that holding a little lower. This is just a sketch so you guys can get an idea of what it's gonna look like. Holding it. All right, and then we'll probably just draw his tongue going around like this. All right, but I don't want to put that there now because it's too busy, and that's just a pencil sketch. Okay, I'm gonna bring the opacity way down on this, and let's go back. Let's see, Beetle, can you confirm if the shrimp comic yesterday was a sequel to the eel comic? Yeah, it was definitely in the same vein. Like I kind of had, it popped into my head as a separate idea, and then I was like, this is basically like the same idea as the eel one. It's just funny to like point out that like these little creatures just do absolutely nothing. And it also just is a reflection of our own, as humans, the futility of our own actions. All right? Okay. Are you guys ready? Everybody's got the ear done? Let's actually draw this other... Let's draw... Am I lagging or are you lagging? Whoa! David Ketchup just subscribed with Prime Gaming. Dude. Hell yeah. Thank you for the subscription, David Ketchup. Thank you for using your Prime Gaming. Okay. Let's get started. I'm gonna start by drawing this arm actually because it is sort of the most like foremost object. So okay, pretty easy. We're making an S shape. I'm gonna draw it off to the side here. Okay, S shape. Thank you, David Ketchup, for the sub. I hope I gave you enough of a David Ketchup. So we're drawing an S shape, but it's a loose one, really loose. See how there's a tight S and then this is a loose one. This one is giga loose, okay? It's good, but it's the same general shape, curving down and around. S shape. Okay? I'm going to use my handy dandy zigzag at a slight curve. Okay, we're zigzagging for. I'm gonna give him 3 claws. 3 claws. Ready? Zig, zag, zig, zag. Stop there. Pause. Okay. Zig, zag, zig, zag. Once you get those little toes in there, all right, it's going to curve up, up, and in. That's it. Just a C shape. You can even add a little a Y to kind of give it just that little fat roll. All right. I think what I didn't do here, but I'm going to add, is I'm going to give him kind of a fluffy, like, coat around his, like a neck, like a collar looking thing almost. So here's how that's going to work. Everybody with me? It's going to be a lot of zigzags. The general shape is that, mane, thank you, that's it. The general shape is going to be like this, like coming around. But as I'm going around, it's going to be zigzag the whole way, basically. Okay? So join me in this. Look at it. Think of it almost as the bottom of a heart. Here's a heart. Bottom of a heart. Okay? That's the general shape that we're following. Here we go. Zigzagging. Just to give him a little extra, like, pizzazz. I don't even really know if anteaters have stuff like this, but it kind of fills them out, makes them a little more. And then we're going to cut it right where I think the neck is going to go. I'm drawing a mafia eater. Yes, please, code. And how the fuck did you draw that so smoothly? Years of practice, baby. But look, I want to say I did a pretty good job explaining that, right? Because it's just it's the same shape, bottom of a heart. And try to picture, like, you know what, here's maybe something you can take away from here. It's like, when I'm drawing characters like this, there are invisible lines in my mind. Okay, let me explain what I mean by that. Is that, like, when I'm looking at this, I'm not, especially when I add a mane like this, like hair or something wrapping around, like in 3D, I'm not just looking at the body like it's flat. Okay? If I was looking at it, like it was 2D, his center would be here. But it's actually not true. I'm thinking of it as a 3-dimensional figure, right? Because he's got a gut, which is kind of actually circling around. So his actual center, like of gravity, so to speak, is here, right? This is like he's just facing this way. Slightly, rather than at the camera. If he was facing forward, try to get that right, the line would be in the middle, but he's this way, so it's over here. Does that make sense? So the reason I even bring that up is you asked me how I draw it so smoothly. It's just that I know where in my mind, I already have like an invisible point of where I want it to go. Now, if I didn't have that invisible point, or if you're having trouble picturing that invisible point, all you have to, still simple fix. All you have to do is take a moment and think about where it would go. Where is that invisible point? You could take as long as you need to do that, and then I would draw a little dot, right? A little dot on the chest, or where you would picture his center of his chest going. And then, when you're drawing the mane, when you're bringing it around, you just cover the dot, because it's covering the center, and you keep going. That's how I knew where the lowest point needed to go. Does that make sense, or was it a bunch of gobbledygook? Drawing a little curve to just connect the back of the head. Brian Griffin. Brain Griffin. Ladies and gentlemen, YOLO Swag Studios messaging live from Eastern State Penitentiary. Can you believe that? He's in the largest prison in the United States, and they gave him access to Twitch It is. It actually is in Pennsylvania. Did you know that? Rare YOLO sighting. Snuck my phone in my butt. They don't even check for that stuff anymore. That's what I heard. How Foucauldian. Wait a minute. Sorry, that made me think of something really quick. There was the name of a poet, a French poet that someone was talking to me about years ago that I couldn't remember, and I literally think that it just popped into my head. Yep, it was him. A French novelist. Dude, okay, wow, that was like super random. Yep. Proust? I don't know how to pronounce that. Yep. I don't know why when you just said Foucauldian, it literally just popped into my head. But this guy, okay, this is literally the story that I'm thinking of, but it's so random. It's that when I was at work, like a long time ago, like 3 jobs ago, I met this really old lady that worked there, and she was talking about she could speak French. She was cool, but she also ended up like. You know those people that are like, you would be really cool if you weren't like my coworker. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not good at their job because she was just like really old and really didn't care. But she was a really cool person and she was fun to talk to. But I think they may have let her go because she wasn't good at her job. But anyway, she spoke French. And she was telling me one time about how she was reading a book by him or an essay where he was talking about, like, he was eating a croissant at breakfast. I think it's him. He was eating a croissant at breakfast, and, like, as he was opening, like, tearing the croissant, the smell was so, he was overcome with a sense of, like, nostalgia when he was smelling this croissant, and it made him think of like his mother and him being like a child and all this stuff. And as my coworker is telling me this about the story she's reading, she started crying. And I was literally like, 23, like oh my god, like just like patting her, and I'm like, it's okay. Very profound, bizarre experience at yeah, dude, do not let that lady watch Ratatouille. She will never she will not recover, bro. I was like, I felt really bad, but I was also like, what? I was like, that is really poignant and it's really nice, but I was like, I don't know how to I was not like emotional. I'm not good at consoling people when they're upset anyway, but this was something that I was especially not equipped to do, especially when I'm wearing my work uniform and a little like earpiece. It's like it's just a time and a place, you know what I mean? But anyway, I wish her the best. It made me just think of it right now. I gotta find out what that essay was called because I'd like to read it. I bet it is good. I must have been. I mean, brought her to tears just explaining it to my dumbass. All right, I'm gonna draw this little. I'm gonna give him an eyelash. So when you're drawing his eye, I'm gonna draw it like a little curve. See that curve and an eye, and then just a circle underneath. Anyway, has anybody read Proust? Does anybody know the book that I'm talking about? I mean, I don't even know the book. What beautiful eyes. I'm gonna put a little glimmer in them too. So I'm putting just a little curved, sort of like a smaller circle off to the left. And then I'm just filling in. You know, sometimes with animals, or like, you know, just an interesting thing, rather than filling in eyes black at the pupil, I'll fill in the part that you assume is going to be white, fill it in black, and then it kind of makes a little eye pupil look like a shine. Is that the one with the devil and the guy trades his soul or something? I don't know that one. I've been recommended In Search of Lost Time, so I wonder if it's that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Steve Carell's character in Little Miss Sunshine was a renowned Proust scholar. I think it is In Search of Lost Time. That sounds right to me. But I mean, I really don't know. Proust is known to have been a homosexual. Based. His sexuality and relationships with men are often discussed by his biographers. Alright, well, leave the guy alone, man. It's nobody's business. Although his housekeeper denies the aspect of Proust's sexuality in her memoirs. Jesus, she's writing about it in her memoirs? What about you, lady? What are you doing? It's like 4,000 pages? Oh, Jesus. No, I don't think this lady was lugging around. This lady was so little, there's no chance she could have carried a 4,000 page book. So it couldn't have been that. Had to be something else. Anyway. He's like, yeah, I like men. Keep scrolling. Can I just look up Proust croissant? Is this interesting to anybody except me? We're like living out. It's literally like, you know when you're trying to remember the name of... This is not it. I don't know what the hell this is. You know when you're trying to remember the name of something and it like doesn't, it doesn't come to you for ages and ages, and then like a year later, you're like, you like look at like the little like twist tag on a piece of bread, and all of a sudden you're like Doctor Strange, like blasted into the world. That's like how it just happened. I just read something in my Twitch chat, and this whole thing came back to me, and I was like, that was it. So anyway, I don't really have anything insightful to say about it. I just had to like pull it up before I forgot it again, and it was gone. People who are like joining the stream for the first time are just like, I thought, is this a drawing class? What is this? Okay. I'm drawing this long little shmeep. Yeah, what would you call that? Can't quite think of another word for it than that. It's like a meow. You know what I mean? I'm going to stop describing things with real shapes, and I'm just going to say stuff like that. One day I'll learn to draw. My dad's coming back. What? Is your dad like really anti-drawing? Like every time he comes in the house, he's like, there better not be anyone drawing in here. Why? Oh, look at that. YOLO Swag Studios is gifting a tier 1 sub to Beetle Moses' community. They've gifted 2 subs to the channel. That's a supportive boyfriend, ladies and gentlemen. And he gifted it to JC300. Welcome to the family. Based. Thank you, YOLO Swag Studios. Did you... I know you didn't do it. I know you didn't do the thing that I asked you, and you feel bad, and that's why you're gifting a sub. Okay, I'm not going to say it. It's working on it now. Read his comic book. Yeah, you could do that too. Has everybody read Druzy? Have you read that yet? Does anyone want to discuss it? No spoilers. Your uncle had open heart surgery. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm sorry, man. I hope he's okay. Well, now I feel like a dick. I hope he's all right. That's okay. You can take the night off. You don't have to do it. I'll draw it. Maybe we'll use this. Druzy was based. Thank you. Yeah, I worked really hard on it. It's a good... I think it came out really good. I'd love for you guys to read it if you can. The physical version, I mean, the only thing is that I just don't have I don't have an expected date for that. I'm submitting it to publishers. I'd prefer not to self-publish physically. I really want to have the backing of a company. So because I'd really love to get it in stores, that would be insane. So anyway, submitting it to a bunch of indie comic publishers. I probably should submit it to some more. I've done 5, I think, now. And I'm just waiting to hear back. They basically... I submitted it, I guess it's been 2 weeks now. And they all had the same thing that was basically if you haven't heard from us in 6 weeks, it's a rejection. So I'm a third of the way through that. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. But hopefully one of them decides to pick it up. You know what I mean? And if they do, that would be amazing. Okay, I'm trying to think what's the best way to draw this tongue thing and make it still easy for you guys. how do you submit a comic? Well, not every someone's got to take a chance on old Beetle. I know. Here, before I explain that, let's draw the top of this head. We're gonna draw the same. Oh wait, I kind of don't like that. But cut it off right there. All right, don't close it. Don't close it. And then even when you finish that, just draw a little ear. All right, while you guys are doing that. Actually, I kind of want to go in the other way. Yeah. Basically, the way that I have been submitting it to publishers, there are probably some other ways too, is not every comic publisher is taking open submissions. A lot of them have staffed writers and artists. So it's not everybody, but there was a handful that I got at the recommendation of somebody who's been really helpful to me. This guy Lewis Southard, who he actually gave me a job drawing some comics. That was something that he wrote, but he asked me to illustrate it for him. He's super cool. And then when I sent him Druzy, he gave me just really just great feedback and suggested some places to. So shout out Lewis. He gave me some great places, suggestions of where to publish it that he thought that it would be up their alley. So I submitted it basically to those places plus Silver Sprocket, which was the original one that I had intended, because they made an announcement that they're doing open submissions, I think, for the first time. So that was kind of the kick in the ass that I needed to get it done. But most of these places, Silver Sprocket was the only one that actually had me submit the entire thing to them to review. Although I think they had an option that you could submit it pieces of it if it wasn't done. But I was like, fuck that, I just want to get it done. And then the other places actually did not ask for the full thing. They asked for somewhere between 5 to 7 sequential pages, just random, some to showcase the art or the story or something like that. And then alongside with that, I had to include a synopsis. Everybody had a slightly different thing. I had to explain the full synopsis, including the spoilers and social media. And I'm trying to think. I think that was pretty much it. Most of that stuff. And so yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see. I hope that I hear from one of them at least. It would be really cool. Bro, I'm having the hardest time with this drawing. I keep starting over and it's just not coming together, but I will persevere. Dude, push through. Wherever you're at, push through it. I think you might be being harder on yourself than you need to. And no matter how tough it gets, I'd love to for you to see it through and send it in the Discord. And if you feel comfortable, we can give you feedback on it. I'm sure that people would be happy to help you out and just give you some constructive criticism. But don't be too hard on yourself. Remember, just for fun. I'm sure Silver Sprocket will accept. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect. I'm really hoping. I'm really proud of the work that I put in, and I have a lot of belief in myself that it's good, and so I just have to hope. I just have to hope that somebody likes it. I'm sure there's a lot of people submitting work, and I'm not the most technically proficient artist, but I think it's a cool story, and I think I tried. All I can say is that I really tried. And that's why I was also really eager to share it with people, you know what I mean? Just make it available so that people can download it and for cheap. Because I was just I really want people to see this because I worked really hard on it. But it would be amazing to have some physical copies made. Anyway, okay, let's keep it going. So I'm going to make the tongue sticking out. It's more curvy lines. It's going to be, when I zoom in here, it's going to be a curve, and I'm imagining the ice cream cone here. So I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to go curve to here. Okay? Curve to here. See that? We're going to close off the nose, snout. Oh, sorry to be off topic, but can I be the 10 billion... Whoa, I'll get back to that in a sec. Platypus Teeth! Subscribe to Tier 1! Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. And for your first stream, I'm glad you're having a good time. I'm glad I impressed you enough. Thank you for the subscription. Platypus teeth based. The name Beetle Moses. I came up with something. What is it? It came about from his first creator name being so hard to find. That's partly true. Yeah, when I first hopped on Twitter, I was using my my Instagram name. I made a Twitter, and then I was using my Instagram name on Twitter, and it stunk. I was literally, my name's Harris, and it was Harris, but it was stylized with numbers, so it was HARR11S_art, and which is stupid. But I knew for a while that I wanted something that was more searchable or marketable, but it just I was just I can't think of anything right now, so I'll just keep it simple, or keep it whatever. And then Yola Swag Studios, my business partner and boyfriend, was on a Twitter space call with House of Decline when I had just joined Twitter and posted 2 comics. And he was I remember exactly what he said. He was guys, my boy's on Twitter, he's posting comics, they're really good, you're going to want to buy low. Get in at the ground floor right now. He's going to be the next one up. You're going to love his work. All right, go follow him right now. HARR11S_ART. And when he read it, when he said it out loud, I was no one is following me. No one is going to fucking follow that account. And I was okay, I need to come up with a name that's just unique, legible, punchy. But I also specifically wanted it to sound like a character. Do you know what I mean? I wanted it to sound like a name, but a fake name. And yeah, I don't know. I wrote down a few different ones actually, which I'm really glad that I didn't go with. Dude, there was a few that was I'm trying to think. There was one that I had come up with that was hookworm, which is so, I don't know why I came up with that. Hookworm. There was some other variations of bug something, and they were all taken. Thank God. I didn't end up going with any of those. And then one of them that was on there was Beetle Moses, and I was let me just try, and it was this username is not taken, and I was bang, that's it. Changed the name, drew the character, which is now my profile picture on Twitter, which hasn't changed since that day. I drew it on day 1 of Beetle Moses, and then that was it. And then yeah, the rest is history. There's really no other logic behind it at all. The other piece of it is that I remember when the Bee Gees formed their group. I think that's part of the lore of the name the Bee Gees, because part of it is that it's the initial BG for Barry Gibb, who's the main BG. But instead of making it BG, their manager was we should change it to BEEGEE, because you'll be closer to the Beatles, the band, in a jukebox. It's all alphabetical. So as people are flipping through, they'll be flipping through the Beatles, and as soon as they get past the Beatles, they'll see Bee Gees. You'll be the next one. And there was something in my head that I was okay, it's kind of fun. I kind of like that BEE, so that the Beetle Moses kind of fell into that too. But there's no other story behind it. It just was a name that popped in my head. Thank God you didn't go with Mosquito Abraham. Yeah, no, I was thinking about because the username Beetle Moses is actually, it's been easy to nab on other places. I got it on Instagram and freaking Reddit, and I have the BeetleMoses.com domain and whatever the hell else. But for some weird reason, I tried joining Tumblr, and it was taken on Tumblr. And I was what the? And I looked it up on Tumblr, and I went to what is it, BeetleMoses.tumblr.com, and it's just blank. Account created in 2007, never touched, never posted. And I was and so I was dude, who the hell is this? And I looked it up. I was like, is there a way to acquire like Tumblr usernames that like are inactive or something? And the answer is no. There's no way. So I was like, well, fuck this. It's the reason I never joined Tumblr. I was just like, I have the same username on every platform. Why the hell am I gonna? I don't want to change it to something else on here. So, no Tumblr. But I was thinking about, or no, I think when I went to Tumblr and I was like, okay, I'll try the next best thing, and I was gonna do Bug Jesus, but that was taken too. So. Oh, legit brings me so much joy that I don't even have to Reddit alert you anymore. Yeah, it's nice. All right. Here's what we're going to do. So we're still visualizing the ice cream cone, okay? I'm making another curve around the ice cream cone. And when you do that, okay, this is the other bit of the tongue. Okay? Small curve around the cone, just like that. It's really problematic that you went with Beetle Modes because it's actually slang from violent bug porn. What does that even mean? Should have gone with Lion Washington for Tumblr. Favorite ice cream flavor? Dude. Okay. I have a few, honestly. Number one, Chunky Monkey. But there have been places. You were getting pretty Reddit this afternoon about those comic edits. I went on Reddit to respond to that one. That was so funny. Let's see. Is it the ice? Oh, Jimmy Fallon. I don't think I've ever had that one actually. And then, oh here. Okay, do another one of these. By the way, see what I'm doing? Oh my God, I forgot the freaking Republican debate is on right now. What's going on? Did somebody have a second monitor open watching the Republican debate? Give me one of the questions that they're giving the Republicans, and I'm going to give you a better answer than whatever. I promise you. Somebody who has it open right now. Tell me the next thing, the next question that they ask, and I promise I'll give you a better one. Rocky wrote, "Why are you gay?" I have you, the debate, and Voosh going on at the same time. That's insane. It's audio poisoning. He's doing a live Trump interview during the debate. My God, man. Okay, let's see. Another wraparound. Okay. While we're doing this, I'm also going to just make the ice cream that we have drawn here. Okay. And then ice cream cone, just making little bumps all around. The ice cream cone is getting some serious action. That's true. Okay. I'm going to make the cone coming up, cone coming up. See this? They asked what the candidates thought of the rich men north of Virginia. What does that mean? What the hell is that? Is that oh, is that freaking redhead dude that I'm seeing posted everywhere? The other one that I keep thinking of is that try that in a small town. See how far it may. That try that in a small town is just so good, man. A guy who made a cringe song that all the far right went crazy about. I know. Where he says that rich men are bad. Bro, I have never heard somebody write a song about that. Dude, and it's like, can you guys please start listening to Woody Guthrie? Can you stop with this other crap? And now they all hate. Oh, he said, and on TV he said, "I don't hate blacks," and now they all hate him. Well, I wonder, did somebody prop him up, or did he? Oh, here, let me explain this before. I'm drawing the thumb, which is gripping the ice cream. Okay. So it's another S shape. Meat of the thumb curved down, and then just a little boop coming up. They need to start listening to some real music like Death Grips. That's a fact. What else? He's a plant, and now Republicans are mad at him because he isn't racist enough. Well, serves you right, buddy. Maybe you should have written a better song for a better audience. Woody Guthrie is cool, but he's no Doc Watson. Dude, Woody Guthrie is so base, man. Doc Watson? What does Doc Watson sing? He had some seriously anti-Semitic shit on his YouTube. What? Is that real? Okay. Little Curve. Bluegrass. Hell yeah. I love bluegrass music. Like 9/11, the Jews did it shit on a YouTube playlist, bro. He thinks Jewish people did 9/11. I don't want to be a voice of Jewish people. It's really not why I joined, it's not why I'm trying to, like, spread my stuff on online. I did not do this to become, like, the voice piece for the Jewish population, but can I just say, I'm pretty sure I speak for all of us when I just say, can you please leave us alone? I cannot believe this crazy rise in anti-Semitism that I'm seeing. It's like, are you guys really this dumb that you're falling for the same crap all over again? Why would the Jews do 9/11? They make bagels in New York. That's so true. Look, I'm making a curve around here. This is the thumb or the other hand. I love when younger people are into bluegrass. I'm a picker, and most people I meet that play are 50 or older around me. I mean, dude, I love bluegrass music, but I don't know if I could tell you, like, a favorite bluegrass, like, artist. But I'll occasionally put some stuff like that on, like, if I want to kind of feel, outdoorsy and, like, nice. As the inventor of the bacon, egg, and cheese, you have a serious standing here. That's true. No. That's overselling it. I didn't invent the bacon, egg, and cheese. I am the first person to popularize a bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel. That's the specificity. And every time somebody says, no, I ordered one of those in 2015 or whatever, I'm always like, great, show me some proof. Show me the evidence. All I'm saying is that when I was in New York, I would get that at a food cart near my job, the same job that this woman was crying about Proust to me. I would get at the food cart a bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel, and my coworkers were like, whoa, you put it on an everything bagel? And I'm like, yeah, it's really good. I went to go visit, I started seeing them order it, and I went to go visit New York a few months ago, and we went to a bagel place to get food. Every single person in line was ordering a bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel. Can I go to my local shop and ask for the Beetle Moses? Yes. And they'll be like, oh, bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel. Absolutely. Well, they won't do that because I will never get the credit that I'm owed for, like, basically inventing and popularizing the combination. But this is why Beetle Moses is the voice of all Jewish people. How do you feel about locks, dude? Love it. Love it. I just had some the other day. All right, we're going to make another finger here. I'm getting too caught up in the chat. I want you guys to be able to finish this drawing. Finger, which is just a curve and a line. All right, we're going to do one more of the same thing. Curve and a line. And the most annoying part about the it's actually called the HARR1SART bagel. The way that you just wrote it is more legible than what my thing was. Can you put little ants on the ice cream like sprinkles? What? I require a shirt with your face and your claim to fame as the voice of all Jewish people and the creator of the bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel. Okay, I will do that. Can I ask you something? Would you guys actually... Can I ask you something real quick? would you guys wear a t-shirt with this design? And you can be totally honest with me before I make it. Well, I already have Proust open here. Go to beetlemoses.bigcartel.com. Okay, you see my logo that I have here at the top? Do you guys like that? Would you wear that on like a t-shirt or like a tote bag or like... I was thinking of like trying to do something with it because I like the logo and I actually don't sell any. I would do a hat, but I actually did try to do a design. Like, you know the stickers that these are the stickers that I include in my print orders. And I tried to put this design on a hat and it's the hat, it prints too small. Like it's not legible. And I don't think this will work either. But I was thinking about I want to do something, and I have actually no merchandise on my website that is, like, you know, like me focused. Like, all my stuff I have is, like, you know, prints, which, by the way, I just want to let you guys know, I just restocked, like, almost everything on here. Well, some of these are sold out, but a bunch of the really popular ones, the eel one, the bug friend one. Let me see what else I got here. Keep the change, bug friend. Oh, I got more Greenland shark. I got more monkey stronger together. Dobby sign. I got this one. Spider cheeks. All of these I just made like literally. They're sitting right here next to me. I gotta sign them, but I made a whole bunch more because a ton of it was sold out, and I was starting to get complaints. People were like, can you please restock some of the stuff on your website? Like, it was all empty, and I was like, yeah, I probably should do that. So I made a ton of more stuff. And the Druzy digital download is in there, too. That is beetlemoses.bigcartel.com. But anyway, I don't have any merchandise with this logo. I was thinking about it. I just like that, you know, it's like kind of simple and easy. Put the last sticker design on a shirt. Add more Beatles to it, and I would buy. I like the logo. Just post that picture to Twitter and ask for it to be printed on a hat and read your replies. That's true. But then I don't make any money. Probably wear it. I'm not a fan of the Beatles on this site, TBH. They look like they're in an orgy or something. Everyone buy the comic, it slaps. Thank you. Thank you, Bottling Sunshine. Oh, that reminds me, I just got my shirt a few days back. Oh, dude, okay, I'm glad that finally got over there. I don't know what the hell was going on with that order. Yeah, I was thinking about doing like a few different Beatles. I kind of wanted to like, you know, make something looking cool or interesting on the website, because like when I was sending people over there for the Druzy download, I just wanted it to look cool, basically. All right, I'm making the end of the tongue, which is just a little like that. And then I'm going to add some, you know, splash zone of the ice cream. Beetle sticker pack. Yeah, I need to make more stickers. But, you know, right now I just have the one at a time. You do get a sticker pack on the Cold Cuts Patreon, actually. We make a bunch of stuff over there. All right, let me finish this ice cream here. Down and up. Okay. Easy, right? Little V shape. Curve down with the arm. And then a little curve. Actually, you know what? Take that back. Just going to follow that curve all the way around. Yeah, just like that. Looking good. Oh, wait, hang on. I just missed a bunch of stuff. What happened here? Okay, let's see. That's why I like the Beatles. They fucking also posted Twitter. I lost my What the hell is this? Oh, I lost my MetaMask ETH with Trust Wallet. Oh my god, dude, that's like bots. Summon the bots. Okay, Beetlemoses. Imagine this. This design that you said was too small for a hat. Separate the two Beatles, but one on a glove, the other Beetle on another glove. That's cool. I would wear a shirt with the Beetlemoses character on it, but I'm cringe, so don't take my opinion. I did make a hat with the Beetlemoses character on it. I could do that too. I could do that. I kind of like something that's like, I don't know. Something about like I do love the Beetle character that I have sitting right next to me here. Right, he's not going anywhere. But also, like in terms of like branding and marketing, like sometimes I do feel like I want something a little more like enticing or mysterious, where people are like, oh, what is that? Is that a band? Is that a whatever? And they look a little bit closer. You know what I mean? This character worked really well for, Twitter, especially. I think because Twitter wants to see, like, especially Twitter art, it helps to have like an icon that's like easily recognizable for your guy, and I think this is fairly marketable. I guess there are a lot of design changes that I would have done. I think if I didn't design him on the first day, but he's made a few evolutions over the course of the last year. But then when I'm designing stuff that's just kind of like whatever, like the Beatles on the website, that's kind of like, I want to flex a little bit more. I think the shame of it is that I feel like I can draw better now than I could when I started, but I designed this character when I started. But now I have like 1,500 hours of drawing under my belt, more than when I started. You know what I mean? Like if I had to redesign a character now, I don't think it would necessarily look like this. Imagine this, you're trying to catch a bug and your gloves have bugs on them, but cool bugs. That's cool. You need to sell a fedora with the neckbeard character on it. Beetle figure blind box. I actually did have somebody, I shouldn't really talk shit in case this guy's listening, but I don't think he is, but I had somebody reaching out to me on email and was sending me so many emails. Like literally 4 emails back to back to back, and I didn't reply, trying to get me to make like a makeshift plushie, but it wasn't makeshift. It was like a different company, and they're like, "Do you want to make a plush toy for your audience and all this blah blah blah?" And yes, I know that to maybe some of you guys that does sound cool, but I really don't want to deal with that. Like I have too many things to promote right now. To just have another thing on my plate. Like right now I'm already selling, I'm trying to get people to read this comic that I actually just worked really hard on, which unfortunately requires me to sort of like market, like, I'm like, hey guys, can you go check this out? You know what I mean? Which is hard to do. I'm not a great salesperson. And then like, don't want to risk it getting the jar. Yeah, that too. But like, I just don't want another thing to have to post to people and be like, hey, can you help me crowdfund this? I don't want people to crowdfund something that I'm not passionate about. Like if I'm calling upon people, I want it to be something that I'm passionate about. And the plushie, I'm just like, dude, I don't know what this like friggin', I will not settle for anything less than a Beetle Moses Funko Pop. Like the only times that I'm like selling things is when I'm selling something that I'm really proud of or that I really think my audience wants. And like when it's like stuff like that, that's just like, I just don't like the makeshift plushie thing. I'm just going to keep it 100. I know a lot of comic artists like go for that stuff, and it's like a little way to like, I don't know, engage with the audience, but it's just not my thing. Like I don't really have plushies. I don't want a plushie. I don't know that my audience would necessarily want one. So, but I do have an idea for a plushie. Can I spill the beans? I probably shouldn't say this. I have an idea, and it's not the character, but it's related to one of my comics that I think would be a cool plushie, but it's just not something I want to do right now. Maybe in like a year or two. It's not that crazy, but my idea for a plushie is I want to make a Greenland shark plushie. So like a really old, decrepit looking shark, and he has a little piece of yarn hanging from his eye. Like the little worm that hangs out of their eyes. Little marine bio thing. And also that comic or that print is a really popular one. I know a lot of people like that comic. So I just thought that would be cool. But I'm like, I just don't want to do that right now. I don't want to make that right now. Elderly Blage, literally that. Okay. I'm going to make a little arm here. And once you make that, it's just another little C shape like that. And he's holding it. Yeah, Bottling Sunshine said, I always feel weird promoting my shop. I know, it's like, I'm not really a salesperson, but I think if I'm proud of my work, and I also feel like what I'm giving people is like valuable and like worthwhile, so that's easy to sell, but it's hard to sell something that I'm not passionate about. And even then, even things like especially with Druzy, with this comic that I finished, I'm really passionate about it. I would love for more people to download and read it. But it's like, I don't want to like shove it down people's throats. I want people to find it. You know what I mean? I want there to be an air of mystery about it, but it's really hard to not also be like, can you please read this? You know what I mean? Like, it's very, like, it's cool. I think it's cool. Anyway, it'll be really easy to promote when there's a physical copy, because I'm going to have one and I'm going to be soy facing with it. Like, I'm going to be holding my physical copy of Druzy like this. What's a soy face? Okay. Anyway, what's going on with the Republican debate? We're going to draw a straight line going down for his little chubby leg. Okay. 1. Making a little V for the toe. Another V or an L. And they're all tucked right into each other. See that? And one more. And then it just comes straight up. For the debate, they're discussing who will win the twerk off. Dude, I know you guys may not want to hear this, but Trump is winning the twerk off. That dude has got some cake. That dude is freaking. He's been eating those taco bowls. You know what I mean? Those Trump Tower taco bowls. He's been putting them back, bro. Oh, is that why they arrested? Okay, apparently, according to Twitter, which is always right and has never lied to me, we're gonna see publicly a Trump mugshot tomorrow, which is really hard for me to believe. But we did just get we got a Rudy Giuliani and a couple other crackheads. Trump is the best Republican because at the very least he can put on a show. I mean, that's why that's pretty much why he won the first time around, is because everybody was just like, look at this, what a spectacle. You know what I mean? And I mean, dude, that freaking meme that people post this unironically, which is hilarious, but it's also just funny to repost ironically. Have you seen the one of Trump where he's like looking at, it's like they make it so he's like looking over his like chair at the camera, and it's like, have you enjoyed the show so far? You're gonna want to refill your popcorn because it's just getting started. But also like unironically the show doesn't stop. He hasn't been president for 3 years, and he's still in the news every day. It's pretty wild. Okay, we're going to draw this. He's going to have a big, round gut because he eats a lot of ice cream. And I'm going to give him a little man boobie. Or maybe it's female. Could be. You think the show is about to stop? Don't say that, man. It's so much fun. Don't say that. And then I'm just gonna mirror the foot that we have sitting here, but you'll notice how it's on a slight plane up, okay? See that? 3 V's in a row, and straight line to the ceiling. Oh my God, it's Beetle from the Beatles. First time watcher, long time listener. Hell yeah, welcome. What's going on, prepaying chip? A them eater. I'm kind of glad my country's economy is fucked, and I cannot even think of affording anything dollar related. Otherwise, I would go bankrupt buying your stuff. Not gonna lie, Moses. That's all right. Look, you're here. You're showing support by being here, which is it means a lot to me. It really does. Okay, guys, we're on the last stretch here. Home stretch. This was the hardest part, this bit. But that's done now. Home stretch. Gonna make a big curve. Dude, I am starving. My stomach. If you guys could have just heard the noise my stomach just made. Okay, but consider I want the comic. I want to read it. Oh, hang on a sec. Well, I will say this as well. You can also read the comic on the Patreon. It's on there too. And there is a lower entry tier to get into the Patreon if you want to read it there. I don't think it's technically a digital download, but it is available there. In other words, would you be safe to say when we're here, we're family? Wait a minute. Is that Applebee's? Or Olive Garden? Who the hell says that? When we're here, we're family. Alright, I'm making the Olive Garden. I freaking knew it. I'm surprised actually that they did that and not like something Italian. You know what I mean? Dude, can I just say also, since we're talking about Olive Garden, that place freaking stinks on ice, dude. Okay, I went there fairly recently. The food is garbage. I mean, it's the worst Italian food you can get. But you go there thinking it's going to be cheap, right? It's like the like Domino's pizza version of like an Italian restaurant. Dude, it's like expensive the way if you go to like a nice Italian restaurant, you know, nice-ish, like a pasta dish is like $25 at Olive Garden. That place sucks. When I was there, it like blew my mind how expensive it was to sit down there. If I wanted a microwave salt bomb, I'd stay home. Dude, seriously. I was like, who are you guys joking? Like, when you go to a restaurant that's cheap, like, there's a reason that place is like Chili's, or I like Chili's actually, but like, you know, any of these like chain restaurants that are like, you know, just like cheap, greasy. It's like microwave food. But you go there because it's like $10 deal, baby back ribs, corn on the cob, tater tots, and a half pint of tequila. Only $10. And now, if you bring your friend, we'll give you 2 for $12. Then we'll double the meal, and it's only $12. And you're like, whoa! Like, it's like, whoa! And so then, you know, you go to the beach, or you go out with your friends or whatever, and you're drinking, and you're like, where should we eat? And you're like, let's go to Chili's. I want to spend no money. I want to eat greasy, salty food. And then you go there and you spend $10 and you're like stuffed and in a coma. But it's like decent, you know what I mean, for like cheap food. Olive Garden, it's like uncomfortable because they pretend it's like hoity-toity. And it's like, I know the food is being microwaved back there. You know it. I know it. When they say it when they're on the commercial, there's like a tone. Like when the people are eating on camera in an Olive Garden commercial, they like take a bite of the breadstick and they look at the camera, like there's just a brief moment that they like lock eyes with the camera and they break the fourth wall. That's just like, we all know they microwaved this. So that's why we went. It's like you think like, oh, it's cheap. No, it's not. I'll never be back there. None of you guys should go there. It's an Italian microwave though. Dude, terrible restaurant. One of the worst. Chili's is good. Okay. I think we're good. I think I'm going to color this in now. Let me see. What was the... Oh, no, not that. Here he is. Yeah. I just needed to see what the color looks like on this thing. Let me shrink this a bit. Nope, wrong. This one. Okay, let me adjust. Make it a little smaller. Okay. That's better. Alright, so he's like kind of a dark brown around here, light brown around here. So let's make another layer. Put it underneath. And let's color it in. Let's go like a dark brown. Oh. Yeah. It ain't fine dining. Tell you that much. Okay, let's color it in. It's too dark. Let's give it a little, give it some attitude. That's better. How did everybody's drawings come out? Are you guys still drawing? Or are you at the same spot as me? Where are we at? I know that Anteater looks like he's ready to throw hands at it. That's what we were saying earlier too. Oh, you know what? Let me actually. I changed my mind. I'm gonna make. Yeah. Okay. Now I have an idea. His arms are a lighter brown. This bit is the dark bit. So let's do this. Oh yeah. Kind of fucked up the ice cream on the hand. Mine looks aight. Decided I'm gonna make mine a woman. Okay. A lot of guys feel like they could take a bear or a gorilla in a fight. I know an anteater would beat my ass. Freckle Dreamer says, hi. Hello. First time chatter. Here we go. Just coloring in. This is kind of the peaceful part. I use bucket fill when I'm drawing my like usual comics. So it's kind of nice to actually like sit and color like I'm actually doing a coloring book. You know what people have been saying forever since before Beetle Moses, when I was just doing like a lot of doodles and stuff. Like if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys can see kind of in my highlighted story, or even if you scroll back far enough on my stuff, like before the comics, I was drawing a lot of stuff that was just like, not comics, but just like black and white, like doodles, drawings, characters and stuff like that. And I had a lot of people requesting that I make a coloring book, like an adult coloring book, basically, which is a cool idea. You know what? I don't love that color. I think I need to make it more like yellowy. Yeah, it's better. It would be a cool idea. I would like to, and every once in a while I catch myself drawing stuff like that again. Like when I'm just not feeling drawing the webcomics, I'll just draw like, stuff like this even. You know what I mean? I would not beat an anteater's ass, bro. They're so cute. Dude. Man, I shouldn't even say this, but do any of you guys watch Naked and Afraid? You guys ever watch that show? Love watching that show. I've read that coloring and doodling. Oh, dude, shout out Galaxy and Moses. Celebrity sighting in the chat. And another Moses. I read that coloring and doodling is similar to meditation because it's something to occupy your hands. Yeah, that sounds about right. I do really feel sometimes it's almost weird. Like I'm at a point where I'm at an expectation of productivity for myself. I'm also erasing my sketch here. I'm at an expectation point with myself, like in terms of productivity, that like if I'm doing nothing, or if I'm like playing Minecraft, or I'm just kind of like, watching stuff on my phone, or just like not really doing anything, I feel more anxiety because I feel like I should be doing something. But if I spend that time just drawing, even if it's drawing stuff that's just sort of innocuous, I don't get that same anxiety because I still feel like I'm being productive. It's probably not the most healthy way to cope with my sort of like anxiety, but it's fine. I don't mind it. I like drawing. I'm not sick of it, so there are worse ways that I could quell my, anxiety. Time Alone is actually one of my favorite of yours. Oh, the humanoid clock smoking a pipe. Oh my god, yeah, thanks. That's a good one. That's a throwback. That is way back there. Babadook did some research, bro. Hello, Annie J. Gorlami. How is New Israel going in Minecraft? Israel 2 is going well. If you guys are not aware, we have been playing Minecraft with Vosh. Yeah, we recorded another episode with him just last night, and that's going to be up on the Cold Cuts YouTube channel very soon. I mean, I think it's going up on next Tuesday. By the way, I'm just doing some different colors here, just different stuff. Yeah, actually, that's alright. This Anteater is cool and cute. Thanks. I know, he's eating a little ice cream cone. You know, I'm enjoying coloring this. Yeah, I've thought about doing the coloring book before. I mean, honestly, it would be kind of cool to, it would be really cool to, do you use Krita? No, what is that? Is that a program? Or is it a substance? It would be really cool to have sort of a connection with one of these publisher companies that I've been submitting my thing to, because then in the future, if I have ideas like this about like books that I'd like to submit, if I have a good relationship with them, they might consider backing the project. You know what I mean? That's really the big step. Like, that's the career thing that I'm like craving right now, is some real world clout that's not just like internet based. Do you know what I mean? As much as I love, the internet and you guys and hanging out on here, I just would like to feel like I've broken into the industry in some way. His tail is suspiciously missing, but I think I have an idea of what it would look like colored in this color. Looks familiar. Yeah, free program like Photoshop. No, I've never even heard of it. The program that I'm using right here is CSP, Clip Studio Paint. It actually took me a little while to figure out how to use for some reason, but now that I'm like comfortable with it, it's what I use for just all the drawing streams. But when I'm drawing my comics, they're by hand. They're in a book here. Paint. It says it costs $15. What? Yeah, Clip Studio has been pretty good to me, honestly. And then I'm drawing on an XP pen tablet, which they sent to me as a promo, which is cool. Let's see here. Almost done. How's everybody else coming along here? We're almost wrapped. I think I'm just going to add a little dark patch up here too. Stripe coming down. Oh, and then oh my god, how could I have forgotten the ice cream? What flavor ice cream is he eating? I think I want something to kind of contrast it, so I'm gonna give it pistachio. I almost forgot the most important part. Can you believe it? I'm actually going to cheat code this part, and I'm just going to bucket fill the rest. Let's go like this. Bucket fill. Bucket friggin' fill. Oh, hey, look at that. Okay, and then the last thing that I want to do is just add some extra, zhuzh around it. Just give him a little more character. It's important. You gotta like add the little details. I think there is definitely a time where you can like overcook some work. There's some artists that I think get too obsessive with making things like bright and crazy, and a little they go a little haywire with it. But I would say that usually the place that you think is a stopping point is actually a good place to consider your final touches, basically. You know what I mean? Like, when you think it's done, you should look at it and be like, is this done? Is this done? Or can I do, like, one other things? You know what I mean? I tend to do that a lot. These streams have helped me to dial it back. Now, I don't want to block your glow. You know what I mean? There's a ton of artists that overcook, which isn't the right word because it sounds derogatory, but do so much with their work that it's totally, like, off the wall and crazy to look at, and, like, that's amazing. I mean, you should not shy away from that. I mean, the bottom line, and this is what it took me a while to figure out too, and also to accept about myself as an artist. I've said this before on stream, but since we have some new people here, or some people maybe didn't hear that one when I said it, the most important part of your artistic journey is not trying to figure out how to draw like another artist that you like. The most important part is realizing that your goal should be the best version of yourself. Because if you become the best version of yourself, no one else is doing it like you. Do you know what I mean? But you got to accept first that you're never going to draw like, Johnny Who's What's It. You know what I mean? You're never going to draw like this person. You're never going to draw like that person. And you shouldn't want to. You can take notes from the things that they do. There's definitely things that I like are inspiring to me by a lot of my peers and artists that are my age, or artists that are like famous, or have been around forever. I'm never gonna be Dino Comics, and that's okay. What happened to those guys? I feel like I don't even see them anymore. They used to be like all over my feed, and now I don't even see them. I know they're still there. I mean, they've got like millions of followers. I don't know what happened to them though. I made that one comic about them like forever ago, and then I don't know. I haven't seen them again. But anyway, the whole point is that even with Dino Comics, all right, they have a very unique, identifiable style. You know what I mean? Is it one that you like personally? That's up for debate. It drove them into hiding. I doubt that. I think they're still churning out comics all the time. There's like several of them. Several people that run that thing. So I'm sure they didn't just all call it quits. They're out there. Prepaying Chip says, have you seen Smiling Friends? It's surprisingly funny and uses a ton of different art styles. Yeah, I haven't watched all of it, but Smiling Friends is really funny. I love those guys. Like Psychic Pebbles is really funny, and all those Oni guys are super funny. Oh, Galaxy of Moses just subscribed. They've subscribed for 3 months. Dude. Celebrity in the chat, dropping subs like it's nothing. Thank you, Galaxy of Moses. Thank you for your support. Archibald says, do you have any advice for dealing with screen scratching? I put off drawing because of the anxiety of it at times. Screen scratching? Do you mean like your like the tablet that you're using has scratching? Any tablet that you're using that's worth its salt should not be scratching. So if you're like unless you're really like laying into it, I mean, I go through pens really quickly because I tend to like maybe push a little bit too hard when I'm drawing because I'm trying to like control what I'm making. But no, I've never had an issue with scratching, at least on this one, on this XP Pen tablet, which is not exactly like a higher end tablet. I think this is maybe like a $200 tablet or something, which I think is like sort of middle of the road, low middle of the road, basically. Never had a problem with that. If that's what you're referring to, unless screen scratching is referring to something else that I'm not understanding. But even if it does scratch, it really hurts its resale. Even if it does scratch, all it really hurts is resale value. Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have any intention of reselling this, and I mean, I don't know if you have like a really expensive one and it's scratched. Is it noticeable? Like, is it affecting your ability to draw? I'm sure if I have this one for another 5 years, it's gonna have some like physical damage, but that wouldn't really stop me from drawing. I mean, dude, you should see some of the other like things in my inventory that I use all the time that really, I mean, even like I need to replace the eraser that I've been using. It's been smudging. It looks like I've been gnawing on it. Like, it's just a disgusting, this is the same eraser I've been using since I started Beetle Moses, this high poly eraser. It's literally been with me since day one, and I haven't put it away. And now it's like starting to smudge and do all this stupid crap. I mean, I got a lot of good use out of it, but like, I will not throw something away until it is like in the freaking dirt. Like, you know what I mean? I'll just drive something to the dirt. It's a Wacom one, and no, it's just something I find bothersome. Pens last about 6 months for me. Here's the other thing. I'm only using this tablet when we're streaming. All of my actual drawings happen in the book. In a book. Here's the... I haven't had much luck on these dating apps. And then the alligator chomps her ass. Everything I draw happens on paper because it's just what I'm most comfortable with. I just don't feel as comfortable drawing digital. I do digital, obviously, like here, we made like a really cool little drawing here. But like, it's just, once you find a routine that works for you, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I've been working on these. This whole time, baby. Check it out. This is book 6. This is all Beetle Moses comics. So they all go in. These are the Bibles. They all go in paper like that. So this is just what I'm comfortable with. Is it the most portable? No. Is it the easiest? No. Is it the least clunky? Definitely not. But it's just, I like the effect that it produces. It's what makes me happy, so it's what I do. So if you have a lot of anxiety about drawing digital, maybe explore your options with drawing not digital. It's cheaper to get a sketch pad and a nice set of pens, and you might just prefer it, and then you don't have to worry about all that stuff. And look, I still tear through pens. I use these freaking Micron, whatchamacallit pens. Where'd it go? There it is. Just get them at any Michael's craft store. Any art store is going to have this one, the Micron pens. I use these. They're great, but I'm also drawing 10 hours a day sometimes, and so I tear right through them. But get another one, you know what I mean? I get a pack of them for like $10, and it's fine. I would explore that. You shouldn't let your materials stop you or slow you down. That makes sense. You scan and redraw mostly. Yeah, my whole process is clunky. I draw in my notebook. I take a photo of it on my phone and basically scan it that way. Like, I up the contrast to make it black and white, and then I send it to my iPad, and I use my iPad to color it in digitally. But for the first like month or two of Beetle Moses, I wasn't even coloring comics. I just started doing it like out of necessity because there was some stuff that just made more sense with color. And now I prefer the way the final product looks, so all of my comics are in color. But if you scroll back, like if you're on Instagram and you're scrolling back through my material and you look at like my early comics, they're all black and white because I didn't use my iPad at all. I don't even know if I had an iPad at that time. But yeah, don't let your material slow you down. If you feel anxiety or unsure about something, give it a try first, right? But if you've used it and you still don't feel comfortable, then it's not for you. It doesn't have to be. That's what I mean. That's what I'm sort of still what I'm saying, like when I'm talking about finding your own, becoming the best version of yourself. Every artist has a different process and has a different final product. And that should be encouraged. You shouldn't have to draw like a certain person, both in product and in your method. Look, you want to see something else? You guys probably already know this, but I hold my pen like this. You know that? when I'm drawing. I'm not even joking. When I'm drawing stuff, like if I'm writing my name down, this is how I hold my pen. And early on through school, they would give me these little rubber nibs to put, when I was in like kindergarten, they would put like a rubber nib and they told me, you gotta hold it like this. This is how you hold your pen. This is like this. And I would just take them off and just eat them. And then, no, not really, but I just was more comfortable drawing like this. So all my drawings happen, I don't have like an index card, I don't know where it is, but all my drawings go like this. Which seems weird, but I actually think it's also the reason I can like marathon draw and I don't get wrist pain, because all of the movement happens in my fingers. I'm not moving my wrist. I'm not moving my wrist when I'm drawing. I'm moving my fingers when I'm drawing. I used to hold a fork like that and then I turned 11. Look, you can make fun of me all you want, all right? I'm never going to stop holding my pen like that. But yeah, but I forget that it's even weird until I see somebody. It's not like it's a solitary work like me working. So when I when people see it for the first time, that's when they're like, oh my God, you draw like this? And I'm like, do you stream regularly? Yes, I do. I stream. I've been streaming every Wednesday. I've had to mix it up every once in a while, but yeah, we're back on the Wednesday schedule. Okay, guys, if you're listening, if you've been watching this whole time, I cannot wait to see your Anteater drawings. They're going to be, I would love if you posted them in that Beetle Moses Discord. If somebody wants to drop that link one more time, it's ! Discord, and Nightbot will drop you the invite code to the thing. Whoa! Yowlitz! Oh my God, man. Yowlitz is gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Yowlitz! To Garfield Lovers, 69420, amazing name. Squarebox, Ramreed, Yeldo, and Kiwitty Kiwi TP. Oh, Kiwi. I was like, Kiwitty P. Kiwi TP. Dude, Yowlitz, thank you. That's a lot of gift subs. I freaking love you, man. 67 subs to the channel is out of control. Off the chain, man. Thank you so much for your support. Seriously, I love you guys. I love you guys, everybody who's watching. Yowlitz, I fucking love you, man. Keep up the great work, dude. Thank you. I'm not worthy. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. And let's see. Oh, Nightbot also just dropped all of my socials there. So if you're not following me on Twitter or Instagram, also the YouTube link is right there. Also, the VOD is going to be uploaded there. I'm going to get it uploaded like right away, so you can check it out. And if you missed the first part of it, you can draw along. Oh, Yowlitz says, love Druzy, by the way. Dude, thank you. Oh my God, man. I don't deserve you. I really, really appreciate it. I'm glad you read it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the support. Seriously. If you want to read Druzy, I've been talking about it. You can check out my shop. It's right up there. You can download it. It's a 48-page PDF. It's a digital copy of the long comic that I was working on for months to finish. I'm really proud of it. Totally solo project. It's, I think, a cool read. I think it's a pretty quick read, honestly, and I think you'll like it. So if you want to check it out, I'd love for you guys to see it. It's easily the hardest I've ever worked on a project, so I would love for you guys to read it. That one is going to be just on my Big Cartel, which is linked right here on Twitch, but it's beetlemoses.bigcartel.com. What else can I tell you? Check out Cold Cuts on YouTube. We got a new episode that just went up there yesterday, and we're going to have another episode on the Patreon. If anybody wants to join that community over there too, I can drop that link. Of course, that's a great way to get early and exclusive access to Beetle Moses content. I'm posting comics before they go up anywhere else on there, and there's some comics that never even make it to other platforms. Plus, we have a really big and awesome community of people over there when you get invited to the Cold Cuts Discord. It's an extremely active group chat, ton of topics, funny as hell community. And it's just another way to support me, and I'm just in there all the time. So if you want to check it out, you'll get access to like I don't even know, like 1.2 gafillion posts that aren't available anywhere else, podcasts, art, all kinds of other stuff, and you get access to that Discord as well, which is just a fantastic community. Love to have you with me. Cold cuts, and I'm getting corned beef. Okay, guys, that's it. I'll see you on Twitter. I'll see you in the Discord. I'll see you on Instagram, and I'll see you on the VOD. All right, I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you had a good time. That's it. All right, love you. Oh, and drop a follow if you're watching and you haven't followed me. Drop me a follow. All right, love you guys. Love you. Love you. Bye.